Hello, everyone.
Hey guys! Oh, it's been a very long time.
But we are back.
So Aqua thought it would be a good idea to start with, some gameplay. I know that's not really what we've done mostly on the channel, but technically our first video was for the Binding of Isaac.
Yes.
So
I
let me
hope
load
you are
it.
all excited.
Oh, I'm sure they are. So let me load into this two-way game here. Alright, Aqua, the game is loaded.
Okie dokie.
So I'm sure you all have been wondering where we have been. So we figured something like this would be a nice starter, sort of to break the
Yeah.
ice and give us a chance to talk to everyone about where we've been and such.
A nice, easy way to get back into things.
Yeah, I've been, unfortunately I've been very sick. And, so that's led to some problems, I think I had mentioned that in the Peekaboo video, that a lot of stuff's been going on, and so, I mean, nothing to worry too much about for the moment, but I'll keep you all updated. Aqua, I'm just clearing a bunch of stuff right now, so if you
Yeah.
want, you can go foraging and all that other stuff.
Sure, in a second. And still character creating.
Oh, that's right. Yours isn't instantly done like mine since I set up the game. But, yeah,
Nope.
it's been a long couple of months, and, sorry if we seem a little, unsure what to say. It's just, life comes at you fast, and
Things happen.
yeah. I got a new job, as I think I mentioned also in the Peekaboo video. Also, I was going back and listening to some of our streams, and I didn't realize how much I mentioned that I write, and that I write fanfiction specifically. I feel very silly all the times that I've mentioned. It's like, oh yeah, did I mention I do this thing? It's like, yeah, you can tell how much the hobby means to me. It's like, oh yeah, I do this thing, guys. Look at this thing I do. But I have gotten a new job, and so that definitely took up a lot of my time. And I've just been working non-stop for months, on top of not being well. Which, again, we're getting through that, and hopefully things will be a lot better. But aside from that, we have quite a few projects that we plan to get to in the next couple months.
Yes.
You almost done with your character, Aqua?
Yeah, I'm finally in.
Oh, that's good. A buddy of ours, we were actually talking to him the other night, and we were thinking maybe either this week on the channel or next week we might do Cards Against Humanity, which I believe we've done that on the channel before.
Mhm. Either way, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, sorry, I was counting. But yeah, so we might do
Yes.
cards probably this week. Aqua, it would be best that you don't do that.
Oh. Okay.
Because I believe if you put them too close together, if I remember correctly on how this works, did you destroy one of my parsnips?
I may have when trying to repair the hug of dirt.
You son of a bitch. That's my parsnip.
Well, now my parsnip is your parsnip. Does that make you feel better?
Oh, I was gonna say, but yeah, a buddy of ours said that he was interested in doing a game with us this week. So we'll probably record that. I gotta ask him if he's comfortable with, being on the recording and stuff, but he seemed
Yeah.
open to it the last time I mentioned it. as for Stardew, I think that Aqua have been talking about this. This might be a fun thing to do just to have a chance to talk with everyone and update them on what we've been up to and all that. So periodically we may do a stream, not a stream, recording. We don't do streams yet. Eventually though. Eventually when we can get, proper things that we need to do so. Because let me tell you,
Yeah.
just running this right now probably is giving my computer a headache.
Yeah, that was one of the concerns we had with starting this little project. It's
I
how
mean,
well it would run.
yeah, that's the major issue. I mean, moving forward, there is some other stuff that I would like to do, gaming-wise. I and Aqua talked about, and I think I might have mentioned this in one of the recordings. Uh, oh, I'm stumbling all over my words like an idiot. I knew this was gonna happen as soon as we started.
I mean, it is hard to concentrate and play a game at the same time.
This is true, I'm not really used to that. But one of the things that we were talking about doing, or at least I've mentioned to Aqua that I thought would be really fun. I'm gonna mention my hobbies again. So, as I've
All those
clearly
hobbies.
mentioned, I like to write, particularly fan fiction. And one of the projects I actually had been working on while I was away is I had done a lot of research and compiling of data from some of the old beta stuff for generations 1 through 3. I think there was even some stuff from generation 4 and 5 in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I genuinely am excited with the idea of possibly doing, well, a few things. One, I want to write a fan fiction based on the beta stuff from some of those games.
Which I thought was very interesting.
And I was thinking that one of the places that could be the setting for the game, or for the plot, would be Ore, which is, if no one knows the region of Ore, it is the setting for Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness, which is one of my favorite series of games. And it's one of those things where Ore, in of itself, for some reason, does not have. I'm just gonna skip through dialogue. I mean, most of you guys have probably seen dozens of people play Stardew.
Yeah.
But one of the things, like, Ore is my favorite region. As I mentioned in the Game Freaking video, I love Gen 3, and Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness, I consider them a main Pokemon game. I don't consider them a side game, because they play like a mainline Pokemon game.
Honestly, they're some of the best games, in my opinion, out there.
Oh, I 100% agree. And, I genuinely think I would enjoy writing some plot for the region of Ore. And considering the fact that Ore, we never get to see any local Pokemon, like no like regional Pokemon for Ore. It's all just gens 1 through 3 Pokemon that have been like remixed and dropped in there.
Yeah. It almost felt like they just threw whatever it is in there because
Well,
it was around at the time.
I mean, to be fair, the implication is that the Shadow Pokemon were all kidnapped from other regions, so that makes sense.
Fair.
But, ultimately it's one of those regions where it could be so expanded upon, and I would love to play with it. I do have another fanfiction that's actually planned to also somewhat take place in Ore, but it's technically also going to take place in Kanto.
Oh,
Possibly,
yeah. You told me quite a bit about that one.
possibly Kanto and Johto. Possibly, being the keyword. Get rid of the sap. But I have to work on that project eventually, but it is not the first thing on my mind at the moment. But the other, like the third project for the Pokemon franchise that I think you guys would actually really enjoy is I was considering doing a Pokemon randomizer run. Probably for Ruby or Sapphire. And I don't know if I would stream it. I'm not sure if I would have the capability to do so. A project for the future, because I think it would be better as a stream, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you agree, Aqua? Probably be better
Yeah.
as a stream.
It would be
Like,
fun to see the journey.
oh, for sure. Now, obviously, the plot of the game is not going to really be randomized. It's just probably going to be spawns and all that other stuff. But I could then take, let's see, I don't have... Do you have enough wood? Oh, you already made a
Uh,
chest already,
I
you
have
bastard.
I have 50 in here.
Okay. I'm just gonna drop all my stuff in your chest then.
Okay. I mean, until we start organizing what's going where.
Yeah, pretty much. I might kidnap whatever wood you have. Yeah, 'cause I dropped a
Uh-huh.
bunch of wood in the
Yeah.
chest. There we go.
Yeah, make yourself a chest or something.
Yeah. But for sure, I think it would be cool if, like I did a run like that, and we got to the end, and at the end of the run, kind of like, I guess you could consider it like, fans decide, and we, like, write a story based on it. It would all very much be, like, by vote. I genuinely think that that would be a fun idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not getting the
I
big
think
one.
it would be pretty cool. Nice detailed, like, story of the Nuzlocke. I've seen a few people do something similar.
I don't want to do Nuzlocke, though.
Well, it
I
doesn't have to be a Nuzlocke, but the general idea is there.
That's
Everyone
true.
likes a good story.
Yeah. Like, again, like, I think Randomizer would be fun, because at least... See, the thing with Nuzlocke is you're supposed to capture the first Pokemon you see on any route. And I think it would be way more fun if we go to a route, we see what's on the route, or at least, you know, we may not find
Yeah.
the rare, but we'll at least find, like, everything else.
I mean, Nuzlocks can be a bit restrictive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of doing Nuzlocke, probably just do a regular run, and it would be, you know, audience decides. Oh, we got a geode.
Oh, nice.
First geode.
Uh-huh.
What?
First thing to worry about spending your money on.
I mean, if it gives you something good.
Money!
But, yeah, so audience decides, we pick what Pokemon we get, we pick the starter. I think it would be fun. Nice engagement opportunity to actually get to know you guys and stuff, and most likely, the streaming would be done on Rumble. I think that would be the best place to stream, and then we would probably repost the VOD, to YouTube and to BitChute.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to go about it.
Yeah, because as far as I know, just, you know, that would be the best option. Because for all I know, we'll say something dumb and YouTube will have a melty and they'll just take us down or something. And
Oh yeah, they be no good. No, no good. You say bad, naughty thing. You cannot be on our platform.
oh, goodbye. Goodbye forever. Alright, I think my mining level just went up.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a few games I would genuinely like to play for the channel. Uh, one of the games I really like is Stacklands. And Stacklands is coming out with a
Ooh,
DLC really soon called Stacklands 2000. I've already played Curse Worlds for anyone who's actually played Stacklands. It's had one DLC already so far. And it's an adorable little like interactive card game where like the cards kind of interact like pieces and you move them around on the board and stuff. It's very fun. And so
yeah, you told me you're real excited to play the new DLC.
oh yeah, like Stacklands 2000 looks really fun. It's gonna have like a modern city with skyscrapers and stuff. So I'm guessing you're gonna have to build skyscrapers and raise families and build the economy. It's gonna be different than what we've had so far with Stacklands because it's mostly been very like primitive villages and
Yeah,
like cursed
sounds more
worlds.
sounds more realistic, I guess.
Well, it's the gradual advancement because cursed worlds was like the fantasy and like King's era and all that stuff, and I guess the understandably like the next step would be like, oh well, what about the modern era? So it's I can only imagine what they're gonna set up for the DLC. Like I liked when they added when it first came out, they had an update that was free, which was the island update, and that was cool. I liked the island update.
Yeah, I've seen you play a little bit of it. It was interesting.
Yeah, it's gradually it's trying to add on to itself, and it's in a good way. And it's a little indie developer made named Suck Pop is the one that made it. I think they're from the Netherlands, which I was very surprised about. But I think they've only made 4 games so far. One of them was Similand, which is also like a simulator for like villages and stuff like that, but it's done in like real time. And it's also kind of a card game, and you could say that it probably was their first like attempt at something like Stacklands, because the way that it's designed is that you have cards in your hand and you play cards. You act as God essentially, and you play cards to mess with the weather. You give things to the villages, and essentially, the more that you grant wishes in the game, the more belief power that the people have, which then
Mm,
is turned into energy that you can spend to grant more wishes and do other stuff in the game.
that does certainly sound pretty interesting.
Oh yeah. And the way that the game works is you basically go until you either run out of energy and the villagers die and you get game over, or
No, my Sims are all dead.
yeah, sort of. Why did they die? Oh, they starved. Whoops. My children, why have you died?
You mean like those times when you're playing Oxygen and someone winds up in a situation they shouldn't have been in the first place?
Listen, we're not going to talk about Oxygen Not Included right now. I may also play that at some point, but Oxygen Not Included, again, indie developer, Clay Entertainment. I love Clay. Clay is a very good developer. I love their games. But the problem with Clay is they have a very specific style to their games. And
Unforgiving.
yes, very unforgiving. And I get halfway through a run and I'm just like, wow, I'm stuck. I don't know how to progress further without it being a slog.
That or 5 minutes later and someone pissing in your water.
What is it with you and your obsession with my duplicants going into the water and taking a giant piss? Granted, it does
because
happen every single game.
because every time you have all these toilets set up and for some reason they find the nearest lake.
What, Deer Park? Lewis Black, he's a comedian from the early 2000s. He actually, I think he was technically from well before the 90s. Um, but he's one of my favorite comedians of all time, and he makes a joke about bottled water. That bottled water is one of the most useless things that you could ever buy, and that honestly, bottled water, you shouldn't trust it because a great example would be Deer Park. There's a picture of a deer, and you don't need a deer pissing and shitting in your water.
Just
I love Lewis Black. He's an older comedian, and I'm
yeah,
not even sure if
he's
he's
one of
still
the
alive.
best.
Oh, he is one of the best. I agree.
I mean, I believe the guy's still alive, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't.
Yeah, all the good actors and comedians, they're either passing away or just disappearing. It's sad. But Aqua
Yeah.
told me that if I end up doing Oxygen Not Included for the channel, that the first world that I do has to be called Deer Park.
Because all your duplicates piss and shit in your water.
Oh, I don't want that though. I work really hard on getting a clean water supply.
Well, guess what? The duplicates don't care.
I can tell that they don't care. Little
They're like, water
bastards.
source? I'm a pee in
Oh,
it.
don't do that. The big pay. Well, I found some scallion.
Ah,
Yep.
went out into the forest, did we?
Well, what else was I supposed to do? I mean,
I don't know.
everything's covered in
Go out to the
rocks.
lake.
I am near the lake. I don't got fishing pole yet. At least I don't think either of us do. What'd you say, glitches? Agua. Oh, it appears that Agua has died. I am alone. Alone. In the woods. Left to die.
Sorry for death.
You left me to die. How could you? You became the
Technical
glitch
dif-
gremlin.
technical difficulties. People Discord is being an asshole.
Rip.
Hopefully, it'll be fixed.
Speaking of that, there's another comedian, John Panette. John Panette's also a great comedian. And he made a joke about him and his friends were gonna go camping in a Winnebago. And he's a big man, and he don't like to be out in the woods. And so he's talking in the Gollum voice, talking about how the Winnebago was his precious, that they left him out in
Precious.
the woods to die. They took the big fat man out into the woods, and they left him out there to die.
My preciouses.
Oh. Are you done yet? Ah, there we go.
Yeah, it took me a bit to get back home.
What the fuck were you doing out there?
Looking for shit to harvest.
Oh, I guess we don't need to water.
Nope. Free water.
Oh, is it Deer Park water?
How'd you know?
I don't
That's
want
why
Deer
it's
Park.
free.
No! But Deer Park isn't free. You have to pay for it at the store.
Not if you get it from the source. The deers.
Well, according to Lewis Black, it comes out of the bathtub. One step at a time. We'll get all this cleared out.
But yep, you can go get your fishing pole if you want now.
Oh, where is it?
Just go to the beach.
Oh, right. I don't think I read my mail. That's probably why I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you that a few minutes ago before Discord rudely interrupted me.
Oh, is that what happened? Are you sure?
Yeah,
Sure you didn't just become the glitch gremlin. You shat all over it with your glitches.
he shat all over it with his glitches.
Oh, I shit all over it with me glitches. I haven't seen that video in such a long time.
One of the classics.
Mm-hmm. Alright, the store is closed on Wednesdays. I'm gonna go digging in
Fuck
the
you, Pierre.
trash. Oh, hi Shane. Go dig in the trash.
In the trash, like a trash panda.
Yep,
Trash.
in the trash. Can I skip this cutscene? I can. Okay. Have a poll.
Got a pole, Luigi.
Oh. Oh, when did Vinny get involved in this?
Who's Vinny?
Cousin Vinny? Oh no.
We don't talk about Cousin Vinny.
Okay, we'll probably repair the bridge as one of the first objectives.
Well, I have 224 wood over here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, how much you got on you?
26, not including whatever's in the chest.
Okay, I can leave the wood in your chest if you want to grab all of it and bring it to the.
No, we don't
To
have to
the
do it today. We can do it tomorrow in the game.
mm, that bridge ain't gonna build itself.
Oh, you gonna build the bridge?
No, I'm gonna build a wall.
Oh. Is it the Great Wall of China? Well, is it?
Well, it is great.
Oh. Understood. Have a day.
Now I'm gonna go fish to make us some money.
Sounds good to me. But yeah, we just really wanted to catch up with you guys because it's been such a long time. There's been so many changes.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's been such a really long, long time.
oh, you're gonna go into space like Rocket Man?
Rocket Man.
Oh. And then he died. He couldn't breathe up there.
Yep, that's why it's been a long, long time. He's not coming back.
Oh. Oh, moment of silence.
Do, do, do.
No.
Distant Roxas theme.
No, not the Roxas' theme. How many people died this time?
Depends. How many bodies is that?
Uh, well, I'm not even gonna bother counting. I don't know how many people got in the rocket. You know, I thought we were playing Stardew. I didn't know we were playing Oxygen Not Included.
Why not both?
Well, not today.
Nope.
But what I was gonna say is, my birthday is actually this week.
Indeed it is.
And so I thought it would be very fitting that we start back up where we left off on a joyous occasion. It's not today, but it is this week.
Yes.
But it's
Very
a
soon.
secret what day it actually is. Big secret.
Biggest secret.
Biggest secret indeed. But, considering how busy the last couple months have been, we just wanted to take it easy today. I figure why not play
Mm-hmm.
some Stardew? You know,
Have a
it's
little fun.
Like Stardew is actually pretty nostalgic in a weird way, not because it itself is nostalgic, um, but the type of game that it was based on. Again, like came out with like earlier video games from like the 90s. So like Harvest Moon was a very popular Super Nintendo game, the first Harvest Moon. And I actually enjoyed the first Harvest Moon. I've played it quite a few times. I think I
Hmm.
have mine for the Virtual Console for the Wii. But the
I
original
mean,
one,
at,
go ahead, Aqua.
I was about to say, as for me, the closest experience that I've had to a game like this would be Rune Factory,
Yeah, I was gonna say your favorite was Maroon Factory.
both of which are very similar, but with slight differences.
Well, yeah, because like Harvest Moon. Granted, there was a Harvest Moon that did focus on some supernatural stuff, but for the most part, it's meant to be very what's that word?
Mundane,
No, not mundane, but simple. It's meant to be very like down to earth.
down to earth spirits.
No, not the spirit world.
I can hear you, Yurmishi.
You Mishy, they left me down here in the woods to die. You took away
I've had to do.
Yukina.
I've had to be in the woods a lot longer than you, Kurabara. Have you seen the lady I've had to deal with?
That's when he had to sleep with snakes and on a bonfire for a week. Oh, Yusuke.
Makes you miss so many of the classical animes.
Well, yeah, and like back to what I was saying, like a lot of these older games, if you notice a lot of the new games now, it's usually taking an old formula and remixing it. For Stardew, it's very much like classic um Harvest Moon, just with a slightly tweaked story and not to say that all the mechanics are exactly the same because they're not, but you
No,
can
there's some
tell what category of game it
changes.
is. I don't know, as someone who used to play Rune Factory, would you rather play this or Rune Factory?
Honestly, I'd rather play this. I mean, there's certain things that I like more about Rune Factory to some regard, but I like things that are in this game a lot more
Understandable.
overall.
Yeah, because even with like I was gonna say, Harvest Moon DS was probably the major Harvest Moon game that had like the fantastical elements like Rune Factory does. I still
Yeah,
think I would rather play this than Harvest Moon DS, mostly
like
because of the
I
mechanics.
like I like the fact that you could have like supernatural pets and stuff from Rune Factory. That was pretty cool. And that the your pets can fight with you when you go, into dungeons and things like that.
Well, they kind of have added this now with the 1.6 update because you can get the trinkets that can turn into animals now. Like the frog trinket turns into a frog that eats monsters.
Oh, I didn't realize it actually did something other
Oh
than
yeah.
follow you.
Yeah, it does. And there's the fairy one that regens you, like Tinkerbell from Kingdom Hearts, pretty much through
It's
the whole
Link and his
dungeon.
fairy.
What? Hey, listen.
It's a bottle fairy from Ocarina of Time.
Oh. Well, don't piss off the fairy, or else she's not gonna grow the crops. What'd you put her in a bottle for?
Regen serum.
Is that when you just shake the bottle up like a glow stick? Just
Yeah,
dump
there's
the
some holes
powder
on the.
everywhere.
There's just some holes on the top, and you sprinkle the powder.
Oh, like a salt shaker? Shake, shake, shake. Oh, that fairy's gonna be pissed when she gets out.
If she gets out.
Oh, no. I'm very disappointed in you. Let the fairy out of the bottle.
No, it's my fear.
There was an anime called Bottle Fairy. I think it was from the early 2000s, and it was basically like like Hamtaro, but with little fairy girls. And
I
like the
think
main
I,
character, huh?
I think I might have seen that like once or twice.
Yeah, the main character was he was like a college student, but he kind of functioned like Professor Utonium from the Powerpuff Girls, where he acted like their dad. It was very
Yeah,
weird.
some really obscure obscure stuff.
Huh?
I said it was some really obscure anime.
Yeah, it's like animes like that aren't very popular anymore, but back in the day that was like something that people generally liked to watch. Like Hamtaro and cutesy cutesy slice of life with fantastical element animes.
Hmm.
Not to say that those don't still exist, because they do.
Yeah, in different forms.
But I mean, look at I think the most recent one would probably be like How to Keep a Mummy.
Oh yeah, that one was adorable.
That was very good.
They actually did adorable right though.
That's true. They did. It was very wholesome. I don't think I've seen an anime that wholesome in a while. They focused on some stuff for like Japanese culture that I don't think gets focused on very often.
Yeah.
What you laughing at?
Not laughing at nothing. What are you talking about?
Well, you got to make sniffles then?
Does it sound like I'm sniffling you?
Yeah, you sniffled in my ear. What the hell is that all about? Keep your sniffles to yourself. I've been sick enough.
Spreading the love.
No. No, I'm good, bro. You can keep that. That's not for me.
It's for you.
No. No, it's not.
Surprise.
You can put that right back where that came from, or so help me. I'm good. So, the way that we set up this save is we ended up remixing the bundles for the community center.
And I
So,
believe we have shared money as well.
yes, we have shared money, and the starter pet is going to be a cat.
Yeah, at least the cat will get in the way less than the dog does.
Dog is always in the way. Like, I love the dog, but dog is always in the way. Besides, I believe cat has better pet drops for 1.6.
Mm,
Because cat can drop fish. Which you're going to be doing like the fish build, right? So you're going to be doing like
yep.
smokers and all that.
Oh yeah.
So that might be helpful more for you.
Once it gets going, it's gonna be making big money.
Yeah, I like some of the changes that were made for 1.6. Like, I didn't start with Stardew from the beginning, so I haven't gotten to see all of the beta changes and all that stuff, but I
Yeah, I've only just gotten into it myself recently.
yeah, I think that 1.6 was a good update. As for my setup, I usually go with an artisan build. So that's probably what I'm going to stick with. Which, you liked the artisan build, didn't you, Aqua?
Yep, it's
Artisan with
gonna be part
fish.
of, yeah, part of the fish build. They go so well together.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because once you got both of them, smoked fish is gonna cost so much.
So one thing I will say is I'm not very good with playing video games and having a conversation with people. And I don't mean like with Aqua. I can talk to her just fine. But in terms of like reading chat, so like if we eventually start doing streaming, I don't
Right?
think I'd be able to pay attention to the chat and play at the same time or so I probably would have like I mean, we probably would have the overlay in the corner, and I might like scan chat every once in a while. But in
Yeah.
terms of, what were you gonna say?
It just might be a bit too much to try and pay attention to both at once.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit rough. Like I said, I convert my attention like every I don't know every couple minutes, just like scan chat to the side in my peripheral. But aside from that, I don't think I'd be able to give chat my full attention the whole time.
Mm.
It's the other reason why we're kind of hesitant with streaming because I mean, I don't know, it's just not really my style. Certain things I would definitely like want to do with streaming. Like I said before, Pokemon Randomizer for sure because I can pretty much stop the game at any time and I can ask for chat's opinion and stuff like that. You know, the RPGs that are turn-based are a lot easier to do something that like that with versus something like this
Yeah.
that runs on a timer.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's no real pause button for this.
Yeah, it's true. Well, in multiplayer, yeah, there's not really a pause button. Single
Nope.
player there is, but that's a bit different. Oh, that was Sam. Back here, Sam. Definitely gotta build that bridge as soon as I can. See if there's any other items on the beach.
Could probably just go down right now. I have 485.
Yeah, if you want to go build the bridge, you can.
Mine as well.
And that's the other thing is, like, since me and Aqua do the channel together, it's kind of awkward because, like, when we play the game, you guys are only really seeing my recording and not Aqua's.
Yeah, honestly, I think if I tried to record my end, it would probably cause Discord to have a fit.
Discord would probably have a melty. What we could do though is for like some single player games, Aqua, if you wanted to be the one playing the game for the recording, like I'm absolutely down for that. Is there any
At some
games that you
point.
think you'd want to play?
None that really come to mind at the moment.
Okay,
I mean, at least not any for the computer.
fair enough.
But I will definitely get back to you on that one.
Well, the Digimon franchise tends to be more of your thing. I have access to some, you know, some stuff that I could probably give you, and Dawn and Dusk were my favorite for the Digimon franchise. Maybe you could do a run for Dawn and Dusk.
I mean, maybe.
You like Dawn and
The,
Dusk,
g-
right?
yeah, the game is fun. It can be quite frustrating, though, because the frickin' map system is a pain in the ass to navigate.
I agree with that. Like, the tunnel area was such a pain. The tunnel dungeon is such a pain. And the mines, when you get later on, like the crystal mines map is really a
Yeah.
pain to navigate as well.
I mean, one of the worst ones for me is the glacier area, the one that goes between the water map and the ice map.
You know, I'm not
That
sure
one's
if I ever got there because I didn't finish the game like you did.
yeah, that one's really hard to navigate because you have to keep alternating between the two maps and find multiple keys. It's a real pain in the ass.
Oh, jeez.
Makes my head hurt. That's what it does.
Oh, does it now?
Yes,
Does it make you the sad panda?
saddest panda,
Oh, the saddest panda? Very sad.
panda of the sad.
Let's see. So it looks like I'm gonna take these seeds out of here for now. Uh, I'll take these seeds out of here. I'll put that back. I'll put the
But yeah,
seeds on my porch.
maybe some Digimon games might be worth a playthrough.
Yeah, it might be fun. Let's see. What are you fishing?
Mm-hmm. Some last minute fish.
Okay, I'll come with you. Actually, I'm just gonna fish in this tiny pond here.
Okie dokie, you do that. Fish, 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 fish up the bass. Fish up the bass.
Got a sunfish. Also, I just realized my energy is very low, so I can't do that.
Yeah, it's one of the sucky parts of early game. Barely any energy to do anything.
Sad. I build up a large portion of fish, and eventually we'll get the smoker.
Mm-hmm. That smoker is a wonderful item.
I agree.
Love the damn thing. Okay, I'm heading back.
I'm sure if this was live, everyone would be screaming at us right now, going, "Why aren't you selling anything?" Well, unfortunately, I and Aqua are terrible hoarders in this game. We
Well, I
hoard
did shove a
everything.
few basses in the box.
Yeah, but that's you. And also, early game fish are just used for, money fodder. You could argue the same about vegetables, but, like, I don't know. I feel like crops are much better late game when you can put them to good use when you have, like, all the machines to process them. And it's not to
Yeah.
say that that's not true with fish as well, but, like, base level fish are much better to just sell off. Because some of the
Mm-hmm.
processing just really doesn't make them that worth it.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the processing gives you some weird items, though.
Oh.
Like that, what was it, like pepper, was it like some sort of juice or something that you made one time?
Oh, yeah, yeah, the freaking hot pepper juice. That was so ridiculous.
Or was it pepper wine or something?
Was it pepper wine? It might have been pepper wine. You might be right about that.
All I know is it was a really weird item.
Yeah, we put the hot chili peppers into, I think, a keg. And it was something, it was either pepper juice or pepper wine. I was like, why wasn't it hot sauce?
Yeah. Just it's just like, why though?
I don't know, they said so. I'm also genuinely excited for when Haunted Chocolatier comes out. I think it's coming out for
Oh
Christmas.
yeah. I think it's gonna be a fun play. That might be something we consider playing as well.
Oh, for sure.
Assuming it's multiplayer, it should be.
It may not start out multiplayer, because I don't think original Stardew started out multiplayer.
Hmm.
Gradually, as we clear this land out. Obviously we're not going to cut any of this grass, if we can help it.
Yeah, save it for the future animals.
Well, I mean, you know what the first animal is that we're going to get.
Chickens.
Chicken.
Quack.
So, in our private game that we play, I and Aqua were getting some... Ooh.
What?
Oh,
You find
no.
something?
Oh, is that per pack? Oh, that's not that good then. Never mind. I thought it was 1,000 gold for 5 starfruit seeds. I was about to have a melty.
Oh.
No, but anyway. Sorry, I interrupted myself. No, I and Aqua were playing in our personal game for our other farm. And we were getting chickens, and the first chicken that spawned was named Suku.
It was great.
I was like, what the fuck randomizer is this?
It's like...
Why is the chicken named Suku?
She's like, Aqua, you're not gonna believe this, but the chicken we just got is named Saku. And I'm like, it's the RNG gods.
Cause he's gonna suck the big macaque. It's like, really, game? Really? Okay. Suck it is.
I mean, if you think that was bad, I mean, look at all those trash items we kept getting throughout the game.
Oh, that was fun. Like, almost every other trash can that I picked through, I got one of the trash items. The trash items has a whole collection, I think, for 1.6, with a catalog and everything. And, yeah, every single time I went to the trash and went to go search through a trash can, somehow I would end up with one of the trash items. And the first one that I
Like,
had gotten was the trash can lid hat.
yeah, I was like, it's because the game's calling you trash. It's calling
Not
you trash.
trash.
The game says you're trash.
No. I don't want to be trash. You know what I want?
Where? Hmm?
Aqua, you know what I want?
What?
I want to be red.
No.
I don't want to be red. Be red when you get all the spaghetti sauce on you from the trash.
Look, everyone's staring at you because you keep digging through the trash.
But Mario, spaghetti's good.
Look at all the spaghetti someone just left in the trash.
Luigi, get your ass out of the trash. What did I tell you?
Not to waste spaghetti.
Oh. It's been nice. I miss this genuinely. It's been a long time since we've been able to record, and it's nice to be back.
Indeed.
This is one of the things like that me and Aqua just kind of get to do to relax. Is just hang out, record. You know, usually it's us talking about the things that we've been wanting to talk about. Like, obviously, I promise we're still gonna do the Kingdom Hearts podcast.
At some point.
Yeah, the video for the podcast, and then at some other point, probably there's a few topics we need to talk about. I know FNAF is on the chopping block at some point.
Oh yeah, don't even get us started about FNAF.
Not right now. No FNAF right now. There's Evelyn. Let's see. I should be able to see. I think I saw Emily walk by earlier and I forgot to say hi to her.
Oh yeah, I guess we still have to figure out who we're gonna harass for our dates.
Oh, I don't know. who I want.
We'll figure it out.
Probably just kidnap Krobus into my house.
When in doubt, grab a Crocus.
Nope, when in doubt, kidnap Krobus. I mean, nobody's gonna ask about him. He's a shadow person. He's hiding anyway.
Everybody loves Crocus.
I don't know. Townsfolk don't love Krobus. I already talked
Well,
to
that's
you.
the townsfolk. I'm your neighbor.
Oh. Okay, so Coop, we need 4K. At some point, we need a silo. And I'm gonna have to get you a fish pond. Are you gonna do fire
Yeah.
eel pond again?
Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to catch a new fire eel, though.
Yeah, about that. Have fun.
'Cause, oh boy, those things are hard.
Yeah, we also have to get to, like, what is it, level 100 in the mines for you to even catch one? Something like that.
It's that or like level 80, maybe?
Maybe, I can't remember. But regardless. I'm gonna do
I
that,
know it's on one of the upper floors.
and then you also need a sturgeon for caviar, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's not good. I'll cut down the stump later. That was close.
you use up too much energy.
Just a bit. Just a bit. Sorry. Early game always has it like that. So I gotta grab as much
Yeah,
forage as I can find.
it's
Huh?
easy to get carried away early game.
Oh, for sure.
Next thing you know, you're passed out on the ground,
No. I don't want to be face first in the dirt.
wondering what happened last night. You overworked yourself, you idiot. Oh yeah, when we start being able to make tree tappers, I guess we'll go around to every tree we can find in the town and just tap all of them.
Yeah, that is something that we figured out kind of on our own without looking anything up, was that, so when you try to cut down the trees in town, you get a notification that says, it's not appropriate to, to cut down the trees in town, and so it won't let you cut them down. The only area that there's an exception to that is where the bookseller is. You can cut those trees down, but you can't cut down the ones that are near everyone's houses. But you can tap the trees, which is really interesting. So if you go around town with a bunch of tappers, you can just tap a bunch of trees.
And it's great because these trees are now not completely useless.
Agreed. Because if you can't cut them down, you might as well tap them. And sometimes I'll usually put some tappers out here too, the
In the
forest.
forest.
If Cindersap in the other side had trees, I would have put them on those too, but eh.
Hmm.
Early game's gonna be rough for cash, but it's alright.
Yeah. It won't be too bad for, for too long.
But I mean, again, this is meant to be just for relaxing. Charcoal Kim
Hmm.
and Scarecrow. Well, I can make a Scarecrow now, so we can plant more things.
Right, that's why we didn't want to extend the farm too much.
Yeah, not yet. We didn't want the crows eating everything.
Damn crows. Well, we got a bunch of mixed seeds.
Here's Scarecrow friend.
Oh, did you move the mixed seeds?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. I moved them all to the chest over here. I'll plant them, it's fine.
That's fine. Be a farmer.
Fam.
Guess I'll go deforest a little more over here.
As much as I don't want to cut this grass, I need to cut it a little bit.
Yeah,
Otherwise it will overtake the
because
crops.
it'll be in the way. I mean, we have plenty of this grass scattered everywhere, so even if you cut a little bit of it, it'll grow back.
Yeah. Looks like I did 7 across. Oops.
Oh, if the Lorax could see what I'm doing over here.
Oh no, what did you do to the trees?
Timber!
He's gonna kick your ass.
He be so angry.
Speak for the trees, motherfucker. That movie was so weird.
It was funny, though.
It was fucking weird. Just like I
How
don't...
bad can I be?
No, I think it was more inappropriate that I don't know if you know this, Aqua. The major advertising that they did for that movie, like, it was
It was a
advertisements
car
for...
commercial,
Yeah,
right?
it was a car commercial. It's like, ah, yes. Yes, car commercial. Cars go with saving the environment. I think it was an electric car, but it's not the point.
Save the environment by going electric.
Honestly, going electric is not a great idea with cars. I don't think most people realize that, what's it called? Like, I think it was talked about last month, where there was, like, something happened. I don't remember quite what it was, but there was either, like, some type of electric-magnetic storm that happened in the atmosphere.
Yeah, and then it messed with all the electronical devices, including the cars.
Yeah, and anybody who had electric cars that were on the highway, it did something to the electric cars, and they all just died. It
Yep.
scrambled the electronics in the cars, and they just died right there on the spot.
Bye-bye vehicles.
Like, that's so scary. Like, the
I
idea that
know.
all it takes is one
Imagine.
electrical storm.
I mean, imagine if someone was using the car at the time that happened.
Oh yeah, they'd crash, probably die.
Uh-huh.
Like, luckily those people,
Very
as far as
bad.
I know, they were stuck in traffic. So, like, you know, they didn't, no one got hurt or anything, but it's like,
Yeah.
imagine if that was, like, not, you know, stuck in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
God, it will
But
take...
it would have been a very bad picture. That's for sure.
That's so unfortunate, but, like, I would never own an electric vehicle, and it's not because I don't care about, like, you know, better emissions and, you know, the future of our planet, but skip that event.
Yep. Yep.
So I'll go check out the community center in a minute and see what the new bundles look like, but
Right, because we mixed them.
scrambled them. Yeah. But I honestly it also reminds me of what happened, I think it was last year. Everyone was really pushing the whole go green thing, and, politicians were trying to sign bills and all that stuff. And I don't really like to get into politics, but uh,
Yeah.
one of the things. Press start on that event as well. But one of the things they were really trying to push was, the whole going green and staving away from gas and trying to move almost strictly to electric. Now, electric has
Which
its own problems.
I honestly think making a big change like that is probably the wrong move, at least all at once.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is not having sustainable alternative energies ultimately is going to cause a major crash. It's going to hurt people more than it's going to help. And there's not really any point to worrying about the planet if people can't sustain themselves on it. I'd prefer we don't go
Yep.
extinct. Just a thought.
Yep. That's how the big die happens.
I'd prefer not, please. No big die.
Welcome to die.
We can't see anything for the community center yet because we gotta wait for the Junimo event to happen. But
Wait. That word's not YouTube friendly. I meant delete.
deletus? Like deletus
Yes,
my
delete.
save file?
The big delete.
The big delete like my save file? Oh no.
Big deletus.
But yeah, ultimately, like, again, good intentions, but I think we're just moving a bit too fast in that department. A lot of people want it right now, and I don't think it's feasible.
Yeah,
Oh, I
unfortunately.
remember where I was going with that. So, yeah, last year, along with the electric car debacle, there was another problem that had happened in Texas. Texas was trying to go green, and what they were doing was they were trying to switch over strictly to turbine power. And unfortunately, what many people don't realize that if you have like a major storm, particularly like ice or snow, it affects the turbines, can't speak today, and it can completely shut down all of the turbines. It can destroy them, actually.
I mean, I think that's kind of applies with normal cars as well.
No, 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 no. Turbines. We're not on cars anymore. I mean, electric turbines.
Electronics.
No, electric turbines to generate. They're like windmills, but better because electric.
Oh,
They're used to generate electricity through, spin real fast. Uh,
I mean, that's not too surprising that ice could make that freeze.
well, it wasn't just that they were like freezing them and they weren't able to move. They like some of them were actually getting destroyed because I believe there was a hailstorm at one point and the hail was like getting caught in the turbines and breaking them. Something
Oof.
like that. I could be completely talking out my ass right now, but I know for a fact that ultimately it shut down all of the turbines because of the deep freeze.
So, in other
And
words, a lot of electricity not going nowhere.
yeah, and it caused major blackouts across like several of the major Texas cities. And it was
Mm,
very, very unfortunate. Like most people had like gas generators in their houses, but like imagine if you weren't allowed to have those.
right, you'd just be screwed.
Like imagine if someone like came to your house, because that's what they were doing in California. At one point they were shutting off this was a couple years ago as well. They were like shutting off people's ACs in their house because a lot of the houses in California are all done like digital electronic like central air stuff, And from the hours of like X hour to X hour during the day, you were not allowed to use X amount of electricity, especially if it was in like heating and cooling. And
Must have
so,
sucked.
well, like imagine, you're living in your house. Oh, I'm gonna wait to do that. That wasn't very smart. We'll do that the next
Oh,
day.
what did you try doing?
I tried to plant the carrots and I don't have any energy, but we'll do that tomorrow.
Oh, do you need energy to plant stuff, or did
Yeah,
you need
to
it
use the
to make?
hoe and to use
Oh,
the watering can.
oh. So if it was just putting stuff in the ground, I don't think you would have needed the energy. But yeah,
Yeah, that's
the
what
hoe definitely does.
dirty hoe. Taking all my energy like
Dirt.
that. Dirty ass
It's a hoe.
hoe.
It's a
Oh, well,
hoe
it's
for a
raining,
reason.
so.
Well, no watering can required.
Oh, go get some carrots.
Well, one thing I know for sure is when the bookseller comes to town, as long as we have enough money, we might want to get that book that lets us see how much money everything is when
Oh,
sold.
yeah. We're gonna need 2 copies of it. I think each one's 5K a piece, so it's gonna cost a lot. It'd be better to get chickens
Yeah,
first.
fair.
Rasmodius the wizard wants to go see me. I mean, wants me to go see him, so.
Right. I should probably go to the community center just to see the magical scroll.
Yeah, first things first, we're getting chickens. Oh, hello, friend. Friendo. Um, I want that,
Yeah.
but we're not buying that right now. I would like the rare seed, but we're not doing that right now. We don't have the greenhouse, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably gonna take us a while to get all that set up anyway.
I'd still like to start stocking them, but we'll get to it
Yeah.
when we get to it.
Yep. Gotta build up at least enough funds for things like that first.
Yeah, for sure.
Monies. We need them monies.
But yeah, no, like, again, alternative fuel. I I think there's a lot of potential. When I was graduating high school, they were talking about alternatives to ethanol using banana peels, which I think is a great idea because I forget who the girl was that like talked about it theoretically. It was like a young girl. I think she did it for like a science project of some kind, but banana peels are like a major industrial waste and like not all like production companies can use them effectively. So the idea that
Mm.
they could be reused as like an ethanol source or something similar to ethanol would be a really cool idea.
Yeah, it'd be great if it actually works.
Like I knew there was some difficulties with it and I don't remember quite what the problem was. Probably trying to produce it on a commercial scale. But just
Right.
I mean the option being there is good enough in my opinion.
It'd probably require a lot of banana peels though.
I mean bananas are used in a lot of industries. You'd be surprised. Like baby food production. That's a great example.
Mm.
Banana baby food. uh Bananas, like frozen bananas that go into like smoothies, frozen chocolate bananas. Like there are a lot of like food industries that use bananas for many different products. So the
Mm.
peel waste would finally like have a decent use. All right, so we have access to the bundles now. The spring foraging bundle doesn't look like it was randomized. Oh, that's cool. That was randomized though. Maybe certain bundles don't randomize.
I think it chooses from like a group of them, and it could be ones that we've already seen before.
So the forest bundle, that's cool. That wasn't in the original remix. It's 10 moss, 200 fiber, and 10 acorn. But,
Well, that shouldn't be too hard to get, especially if the moss rain day happens.
oh, for sure. But everything else looks like the regular foraging bundles.
Hmm.
We're not accepting that quest. What do we got in here? Hi, Pierre. Um, let's see. How many days do we got? We got a decent amount of days. Got some cauliflower.
Like that, all the money we had is pretty much gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Goodbye, money.
We say goodbye,
Goodbye,
morning.
money. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Is that what happens when Fluffy's broke?
Maybe.
Oh, sad Fluffy.
I have some carrot seed over here if you want it.
Sure. Where is it?
It's in this box.
Baxes. Put the seeds in this box. That's where they belong.
Okay.
No, I'm getting them. Get out of the way. Mine. Carrot
Bite on
seed.
my carrot seed.
Oh,
Carrot.
maybe I don't wanna.
Carrot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna remove this grass right here.
Yeah, we have plenty of grass. The other ones will
Yeah, because we're not gonna cut
repopulate it.
those. Then I need to make another scarecrow just in case. I actually don't know. Um, I know there's a way that the game explains the range of the scarecrows.
I'm not sure if you can look at it in like the menu and it tells you that, or
I am just gonna make more of them just in case, just to cover our
mm,
bases.
early game fishing. Always difficult.
Well, yeah, that tends to be how that works.
Why the fishies have to be so hard?
Because they don't like you.
Well, like me, damn it.
They don't like you, too bad. They say, we don't want to go to the fish market. Why don't you love us? Why do you want to send us to die?
I'll make them love me with this pole.
Oh, pole daddy.
Big pole daddy.
Oh, well, well then.
See, that worked. I got a smallmouth bass.
Oh, jem lips.
Them lips are made for my pole.
Oh.
Get on my pole, you smallmouth bass.
But I thought you wanted the largemouth bass.
That's for later.
Oh. Very well, have a day.
Need more experience first. I just caught me some shad.
Hmm.
Hi, shad.
Well, if you end up catching a sturgeon at some point, you need to hold on to at least one for a farm so we can make
Yeah,
caviar.
I think sturgeon's only found in the mountains.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm not the fishing person. That's kind of your job.
I know, right? Me and my big pole.
Okay, bro.
No one can resist my pole.
Are
It
you having
attracts all the
fun?
fishes.
Oh, does it? All the fishes in the sea want your pole?
That's right.
Oh.
How else do you think I make dumb money?
Well, according to Bumbo, Bumbo do anything for coin. And also according to Bumbo, if he ever was to steal underwear, it would be from your mom.
Yes, it would.
What?
I said, yes, it would.
Big stinky mom. Bumbo, stop stealing underwear. Bumbo no steal underwear. If Bumbo was to steal underwear, it'd be from your mom.
Bumbo just borrowing underwear from your dad.
Oh! Well, with that, I think we're gonna end off here, guys. As soon as Aqua is done getting into bed.
Yeah, had to shove my fish inside the box. Well, anyway.
Well, I hope you all have had a very, very good time. It's nice to see you all again. And don't worry, we're gonna try and upload more often now.
Yes,
It's just been, like we said, a very rough couple of months. But we're gonna get back into the swing of things. Um, if you like more of this content, let us know.
yes, because we're very much willing to do more.
It's probably not going to be the primary content since the podcast is kind of the focus of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a chance to talk to you yet about this Aqua, but I was also considering maybe some like commentary videos. I'm not sure if I would do them by myself or, you know, probably more with you there as like an opinion.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like some stuff for like writing and all of that. I know that's not really your thing, that's more my thing, but you know,
I mean, we could still find some way to make it work.
for sure. Anyways, again, it's nice to see you all, and
Indeed.
we are very, very excited to be back. As I said, I know I keep repeating myself, but genuinely, we are
Hmm.
happy to be back.
And we
Um,
hope you enjoyed what it is you saw today.
apparently, Aqua's big pole. Aqua, be careful. You know, you were walking in a deer park.
Yeah, don't need deers grabbing my pole.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant, Aqua, but okay. Okay. Let's finish up here. Well, bye, everybody. This has been Indigo,
And this was Aqua.
signing off. See you next time.